Thanks for tuning in. I'm Tunza, and this is a quick breakdown from our podcast, The Nerd Like Game Club. In this episode, we cover A Hat in Time. If you'd like to hear our full thoughts and conversations, check out that video. Link is in the description.
Welcome to the Nerd Lag Game Club podcast, a video game podcast where we all play the same game and then we talk about it. I'm Corey, and I'm joined by 4 party members today. Lauren.
Hey.
Tunza.
What's up?
Danny Icy Boy.
Yo.
And Hifker.
Hey.
In this episode of the Game Club, we stitch hats to gain superpowers in A Hat in Time. This was our game for the month of July. A Hat in Time was released on October 5th, 2017, on PC, Xbox One, PS4, and Nintendo Switch. A Hat in Time was developed and published by Gears for Breakfast. A Hat in Time is Gears for Breakfast's only developed game, but they've also published a couple other games such as Vanessa's Curse and Here Comes Nico. I'm going to get a quick summary of the story for the game, but before that I want to give the spoiler warning, and I would recommend playing the game before listening to the episode. In A Hat in Time, we play as Hat Kid, a little space-traveling girl that after an unfortunate encounter with the Mafia loses all of her hourglass timepieces. She's then tasked with collecting them in various worlds. She quickly runs into a mustache girl that becomes her best friend and enemy within minutes of each other, so we have to deal with that too. But for now, I'm going to throw it over to Tunza, where he's going to talk about the gameplay and mechanics for A Hat in Time.
Okay, it's your kind of gameplay is typically your typical 3D platformer, like mechanic-wise, but everything revolves around your hats. You have your normal kid's hat, which is points you in the direction of which your objective is. Then you have sprint hat, which allows you to run, and then eventually can be upgraded with the scooter badge to give you a little Vespa. You got the brewing hat that lets you blow up the destructible objects with a potion, like a cockshit or something. Ice hat that turns you into an ice sculpture that launches you across the map using these platforms. The dweller mask, which is a fox-like mask that lets you see the things that lets you interact with the transparent items in the map, and then a time stop hat, which allows you to temporarily stop time. And then you just go through each chapter doing various things to get your hourglasses. Kind of think of Mario 64 and the stars. And then you have boss battles. Is that good for gameplay, or I don't know how in depth to go?
I mean, you unlock like the hook shot.
Yep, forgot about the hook shot. That's not a hat.
Not a hat, which allows you to like swing around and stuff. That's a badge.
You have your umbrella,
which prevents you from dying, and you hit your enemies with it.
You hit your enemies, and you can charge it like a cannon if you get the badge.
I guess you can charge it.
Yeah, if you get the badges are like power-ups, like equipment that you could slot into, like not take fall damage. The scooter is a plus.
There's one that's a map that points you in the directions of relics, which just lets you unlock like other things, like time rifts in these worlds to get more of the hourglass pieces. I didn't find all the relics, and I guess they randomize within each game, like each save file, like not what they are, but where they are, if that makes sense.
Oh.
So like you could be in the Mafia world and get like the train, and then go to like the bird studio and get like the hamburger or whatever. Like it's just where they spawn is different, but like all the relics are always going to be the same and in the same place. They're just different in that way. They're random in what you collect, which I thought was interesting. Seems like a weird random thing to put in there.
Yeah.
Outside of that, this game is literally Super Mario Sunshine.
Yep.
Like if you ever played that, it's basically that game. They have that weird like leaping slide jump mechanic.
I never played Sunshine, but I was like, damn, this movement's just Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it'd be closer to Odyssey with the whole hat gimmick, but that's all I really got for gameplay. I think that pretty much covers it. It's a 3D platformer. Each act allows you to grab one hourglass at a time, and then you go back and unlock new acts, which give you like different, I don't know, stories and areas and things like that. Good?
Yep.
All right, so next up is Lauren, and she's going to tell us about the art for A Hat in Time.
Okay, so to start off with, I found an interview that Jenna Brown, who was the 2D art director, did, and she talked about like how starting from the beginning, she knew she wanted to do illustrations from watching the movie Up, which was interesting to me. She was like, I always liked art, but once I watched that movie, I was like, this is my career. This is what I want to do. So the art style, she said commonly she hears that people refer to it as like a mix of like Wind Waker, Animal Crossing, which she did reference for texturing guidance, and then a lot of like PS1 games like Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, Psychonauts, she said. So that's how they decided on that very like cartoony look that it has, bright and colorful. She made pretty much all the loading screen images. So all those like illustrations that you see throughout the game that are very colorful, you might see in a picture book, like a children's picture book. Those were all done by her directly. And some of those actually led to character design changes. So, for instance, the Mafia's design, she had made the illustration for the loading screen, and one of the other directors liked the way hers looked so much, and especially after she rendered it out, that they were like, change the original model. We want it to look like that instead. So I thought that was pretty cool, but everything looks really good. The city where you do one of the movies you're shooting, it very much feels like a city from a movie. It's dark with like bright lights. The swamp, like forest area, is dark with like that glow effect to it. I thought it was good art wise.
Yeah, it's good. I like the little customizable hats. They have
For
the
sure.
hat list. There's a bunch of random ones you could have unlocked.
I guess that's a
there's,
mechanic
like,
we didn't
or-
talk about.
What, the customizations?
Well, you like roll to unlock like.
Oh yeah, like the slot machine.
cosmetics.
I kind of forgot
Yeah.
about it, to be honest.
'Cause
I
you collect those
don't know how you.
tokens.
It was just I would
It was a
randomly
time
get
rift.
it occasionally.
Yeah, so some of the
it
time
from
riffs
the
give
time
them.
rifts?
What is it?
Okay.
It's the story based time riffs they give them
No,
to
it's
you,
all of them.
or is it all the time riffs?
I could,
Okay, so the time riffs gives them to you, and then if those collect, like if you collect 3 tokens, no matter what levels they're from, you can do the little like gumball machine, slot
Yeah.
machine thing, and then you have like it rolls the first one, and if that's what you want, you can claim it, or you can roll the second one like a slot machine, but you get locked out of the first one. So I did like a lot of the hat cosmetics. I ignored a lot of the music based ones because there's like different songs you can unlock. So I got quite a bit of the hats, but not to cut you off, Tunza.
no, that's fine. I was just thinking of that. Like those had a really distinct style stuff. Like we were talking about.
My favorite like one that I got early on and kept for a long time was the Dweller's Mask with the like antler colt thing, like the big giant horns on it, like something you would see like them chanting around a fire while they're burning a human sacrifice or something.
Nice.
I just use the like running hat all the time, and
the
I
red
got one that
one.
made into like a ladybug headband.
Oh, that's one I had at the end. I switched to that one. Was the ladybug one? I had a chicken mask at some point too
Yeah,
for my
that one looks
sprinting
cool.
hat. But was that it in terms of art, Lauren?
Yeah, that's all I had without really going into like every level and talk about the design for all of them.
All right, we'll move on then, and we can kind of touch base on that in here in a second. So we'll go over to Dan. How about you tell us about the sound design and music for A Hat in Time?
No, I don't want to. Anyways,
Jerk.
sorry, I had to make a joke. Okay, anyways. I mean the sound is kind of whatever, to be honest. Like everything was just kind of there. This was one of the games where I just kind of played and didn't really listen too much to the music and stuff. But like they were saying with the slot machine type of thing, you can get different music tracks that will play. Well, you will unlock like a band that will be in your spaceship, and you go to them, and then you can change what songs are playing, or you can just have them all randomized like I did. Anytime I unlocked one, I would just go and turn it on. But that was kind of cool. Anyways, we also have the voice actors. Yay! Some of them are kind of, I wouldn't really say big, but they were like kind of in a lot of things. Like main girl for Hat Girl, she was in a lot of things. Fairy Tale, Horimiya, Food Wars.
Wait, the
Not
hat
gonna go
girl that
through
like
all of
our
them.
character that doesn't talk?
Yeah, she talks sometimes. She makes some
Yeah,
sounds.
yeah, some sounds. I was gonna say some.
Yeah.
She's
And
like,
then
Bye.
one of the people from Game Grubs is the receptionist at the bird studio place. Some of them are just like YouTubers, that kind of stuff, and then some of them are like just normal voice actors. Which I will say, I think my favorite voice to listen to was the Snatcher, the guy in the woods that stole your soul. Loved him. Loved that guy.
I like the weird whispering of the woman in the manor as you're
Oh,
sneaking
yeah,
around.
Vanessa or whatever.
Yeah, her
Queen
like
Vanessa.
right, like murmuring that she does, and then she freaks out, and the music gets real intense, and you're like hiding underneath like the piano bench. And I was like, "What is this?" I was like, "This is so random compared to the rest of the game." I was like, "I love it, but it's so random." Like that mission specifically is where the music and sound design really shine, because like you break the piano and like she's murmuring around and she's like going on about whatever, and like she gets progressively louder the closer she is, and then the music gets real intense, and then the balloons pop, and like they really go in on like the sound design because it's like you're sneaking around. And yeah, that's probably to jump the gun on it, but that was probably one of my favorite things about this game, was just that little mission there.
I'll be honest, I kind of forgot about that mission. And that was also kind of like a fresh pace of things, because it turned into just a horror game at that point. I don't know why, but I liked it.
Yeah, it was just so random. What do you think of that part, Lauren? Not to go
Uh,
off of too much of a tangent.
I did like the change, but I will say I was like, God, I hope it doesn't get any scarier, because then
That's
I'd be
crazy.
like, no, this is too scary. But it was easy.
Too scary, too scary.
I liked the first part where you gotta like jump on the piano and it slams down and then it comes in and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta hide.
I like when she,
I didn't know what to do for a while there.
I like when she
Yeah.
grabs a hold of you and then she's like, "Nyeh!" and you're like getting held by your
Grab me.
neck. What?
She ain't never grabbed me.
I
Yeah.
don't think she grabbed me.
Oh, if you like lose and you let her grab you, she'll like pick your
Oh,
character
yeah.
up. Listen,
Okay.
it's weird because like I guess behind the scenes secret when we do stuff like this, I do things that I typically wouldn't normally do just because I'm curious, so that I have something to talk about.
I guess
So like
fair.
the first time like I broke the piano and she came in all intense like that, I was like, I wonder if I can run by her. And like you can if you keep your distance, but I was way too close the first time around and she grabbed me and then she like does this weird screeching scream at you and I'm like, this is like ear curdling and terrifying. It's like if I was this little girl, I would have shit my pants. Did you have anything else for sound or music? Oh, let's move on to time to complete. So, how long did it take each one of us to finish this game? Starting with Dan, how long did it take you to finish this one?
5.9 hours.
And Hip.
5 point something. 1 second, let me check. Also, I have reviews open, so I can't tab back into my playlist, my library. Oh, wrong one. Up. 5.5.
5.5. Tunza.
7.4.
Lauren.
10 hours.
And I had 11.3, which almost 100%. Like I said, I'm only missing 2 of the timepieces. Played this way longer than you guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice little casual playthrough for me. I just would like just hang out, like
I
couple
I
hours
was
at a
gonna
time.
go back and play more.
yeah, some of the things are goofy, so like it's definitely like you're enjoying the movement, just more of it.
So I was playing and I looked at the achievements and stuff. Did anyone else do that and look at the achievements and be like, wow, it'd be hard to kind of 100% this?
When I looked at them, I didn't see any that'd be like crazy hard.
I know that some of them like involve playing online, right?
Yeah.
Which I feel like those are the kind of the ones I'd be like, wow, there's no way I'm gonna be doing this, because it's like,
Well, that's the same with like Resident Evil 5 and 6, for example.
well, yeah, but it's just participating in an online party with 10 or more players. It's like, I don't know that many people.
I don't have friends.
I'm sure you could
What?
probably find people like public games.
Maybe, I don't know. But the reason I was bringing this up is because whenever I started looking through it, I started reading like some of these achievements. And the one, did anyone find her secret hideout in the pillows?
No, I looked for like 10 minutes.
Ooh,
I didn't find it.
And there was like a light,
yikes.
there was like a shining light, and I was like, "Is it this?"
Yep.
And it wouldn't
it's
do
that.
anything. So
Yeah, you had to use the ice hat.
that makes sense.
Yep.
Didn't know
I
I
think
could.
somewhere tells you about that, but I don't remember where.
I was
I didn't think I could use power ups while swimming around in there, so I never really attempted it.
Yeah.
I thought it had something to do with like the little like diving board that's just randomly up there. So I was trying to jump off that, and it didn't do anything. I give up.
Fair.
All right. So each episode we go around and we find out if we would recommend the game we're playing and why or why
What the
not.
hell?
What?
You just didn't even go over Lauren and Tunza's time to completions?
Already
We
did. You don't pay
Oh,
attention.
did we?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't remember. Okay,
Lauren had
anyways.
10 hours and Tunza had like 7 point something, point 3.
Mm.
Anyways, ignore me, I'm schizo, I guess.
Yeah, you nutter.
Okay.
All right. Each episode we go around and find out if we would recommend the game we're playing and why or why not. So starting with Lauren, would you recommend this game and why or why not?
Yeah, I mean, if you're into like platformers, I think it at least did enough with the levels to make them interesting. I already had the game, so I mean, I apparently bought it and thought it looked good to begin with. So I would say, yeah, if you're into platformers.
Yeah, I would hope that you wouldn't buy this and be like, I hate platformer.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude, he's my
'cause
favorite.
it's just, yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's a platformer.
Hip.
I'd recommend it. I think it's one of the I don't play many platforms, but I think it's one of the best platformers, movement wise and like art styles wise.
That's fair. Dan.
Like outside of Mario, I guess.
I hated this game so much. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I would recommend it. I thought it was pretty fun. I enjoyed it.
And
Yeah, I recommend it. I especially recommend it on sale. I think 30 for almost 10 years old of game. And that you said what the physical edition's over $100.
oh, yeah. If you have a sealed copy of this on PS4, don't open it.
Yeah.
I had to rebuy this game because I was like, oh, I'll just play the copy I own. And then I looked it up and it has jumped over $100 in the last like 3 months.
Damn.
Yeah. I paid 15, I think, on sale, and I felt like that was a great price. But
I'm
I mean,
fine
maybe
with
with the
more levels.
workshop and mods and stuff, maybe there's more to
There's
it.
also DLC that adds more.
Yeah.
I'm fine with 30. I think it's enough. If you like go through and get all the time riffs and look for everything, like there is plenty to it for 30.
And then there's all the mods and stuff.
Yeah, I was a little upset I had to rebuy it, but it is what it is. That's a me thing. I could have just opened it. I would recommend this. This is basically Super Mario Sunshine with a better camera, and I love that game. So this game does a good thing. I do think that there's times where the levels kind of run out of ideas. Maybe they should have done like less acts in some of them, especially with like is it Alpine?
I was gonna say that's the one that I'm really, like,
that's the one that's like feels
It
the
just recycles.
weakest. It's just like, hey, we're gonna do the same thing 4 times, and you just have to go to like different areas and do the same thing.
Which one?
Alpine.
Alpine.
The one you said you didn't.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay,
so
fair enough.
essentially the premise of that whole level is to go to each area and activate this like weird flower thing. And you get the time piece, and then it activates this weird flower, and then
It activates like a Viva Pinata dandelion is what I felt like it looks like.
and then those make the goats sick, and it causes like this whole like chaos to happen, and then you come back in for the 5th timepiece, and you're basically just going through each area and beating up said flower
Even
to save
better
people.
if you just jump straight to the under parts, like the bell, the magma, instead of getting to it each time and unlocking the pass to get there.
Yeah, I think
like,
the
like,
concept
ran
is
its course.
fine. I just think like having to do it twice is annoying.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I went to the bell and I did that whole thing, got the timepiece, and then like when the world goes all corrupt, you go back to where you just were, And like, yeah, instead of going right, you make a left, but like you're still in the same place. So it just feels like they were like, we need to get to 40. How do we get to 40? Kind of situation. Where like I think if they just did those 4 and then did something completely different for Act 5, it would have been much better. But overall, I really like the game. I enjoyed it. I definitely recommend playing it as long as you're into platformers. Unlike Lauren, she says,
Yeah.
if you hate platformers, play this game.
Yeah.
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 You hate platformers. Play this game.
This is
Yeah.
for you.
This is
You won't be
This-
upset at all if you
Yeah,
play
you
This
will
is
not be mad.
this is a platform.
All right, so towards the end of each episode, we dive into the review page of Steam and just wherever else, and we try to find good, bad, and funny reviews. So, Hip, do you have anything for us?
Yeah, actually, first off, it's overwhelmingly positive is what it's, yeah, yep. This one said, it's played ahead in time, this girl is so sweet and wholesome, check Steam Workshop, Hack Kid Swears mod, instant download, now
Towards the end of each episode, we dive into the review page of Steam and just wherever else, and we try to find good, bad, and funny reviews. So, Hip, do you have anything for us?
Yeah, actually, first off, it's overwhelmingly positive is what it's, yeah, yep. This one said, it's played ahead in time. This girl is so sweet and wholesome. Check Steam Workshop. Hack Kid Swears mod. Instant download. Now Hack Kid swears every time she takes damage. Plays patty cake with bald Italian mafia man. Punches the, and it's just 4 hearts. You can use your imagination on what that word is. Out of me. Hack Kid screams. 4 hearts again as she flies away. This person said this game helped me overcome my fears when I was at the lowest point of my life. I don't know what fears,
That
but
scary lady
kudos to
Crazy.
them.
only
this-
talking about the manor. Just that the manor
Yeah.
part doesn't matter.
Oh my god, this one says this game's almost as cute as the person reading this. This is a pretty good one for me.
For me.
Well, I'm the one reading it. Oh, this person
Yeah.
said, Alexa said better than sex, 9.5 out of 10.
That's crazy.
I don't think you should compare sex to a kid's game.
I also like below that review. There's just one that says hat. Thumbs up. 21
Oh,
hours.
this one just
reviewed.
this one has 40 hours reviewed from RarXC, just says egg.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I hate
It's
those
not
egg
big,
bastards.
I killed Mafia Boss, I legally became a bird, I became BFF with a ghost, I ruined an entire village, I crushed a little kid's dreams, I sunk an entire cruise, I joined a gang. A Hat in Time is a great game.
Hell yeah.
So I had a question for Dan and Lauren.
Oh my gosh.
So
What?
the whole time you were playing this game, did you go, and that's all the hats?
I did not. I did not. because I
My
didn't get all the
brain,
hats.
my brain went to that like every 15 minutes. And that's all the hats.
No, I wish it would have though.
I have wonderful news.
What?
This review, it's 44 hours. The Roaring Night, and they are reporting that there's cats in the DLC. So
Oh, I have to buy it.
Well, the one's like some weird like underground gang subway thing. I don't know what that one is. Like a railway or something.
Is
And a
that
cat.
Cat. There's a cat in the
there
base
were
game.
hats in it.
A cat chef
Cat trip.
that
Oh, yeah.
also breaks into
That's
your
not just a
spaceship.
cat. That is a chef first.
Chef cat.
Chef cat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cooking
Not cat chef.
Cooking cat.
God damn.
The cook cat.
Plana Ficto Lover. They said one of my favorite games. Why play Fortnite when you can play this? And they have 1,100 hours on
Oh
record.
my gosh! How?
Jesus.
I
They
mean, with
love this game.
I mean, maybe with mods.
Oh
I don't
my
know.
god! Oh, this person does this username. I'm assuming they're speed run because their review is step 1: speed run this game and find great friends through it. Hate on the updates to this game because they break speedruns. Play the game anyway. Hate on the updates to this game because they break speedruns, but with friends. Results this review: 4,500 hours on record.
Oh no.
So there is this just made me think of it. In the settings, you can turn a timer on.
Can you?
In like the actual settings, it'll turn a timer
That's
on.
pretty
for the
nice.
screen. Not that I don't know. I don't know
I
if you
don't
would
know
use
that.
that for speed running. Yeah, I would assume you'd use your own, but kind of neat.
Probably.
I think it depends on the game, but a lot of the games categories that have built-in timers in game, they just go off of that. Because usually they go off of in-game time for a lot of games.
Okay. Yeah. So like, yeah, it's if you go into the settings, I want to say it's like maybe under display or something, but yeah, you could turn on a timer. Kind of cool.
Oh, this person said I punched myself in the balls as punishment for not playing this game sooner.
So did
Wow.
tons of them. That has been a Hat in Time. Pretty fun. We all recommend it. If you've played it, let us know. We'd love to know what your thoughts on the game were, or if we've swayed you in one way or another to play it or not play it. We'd still like to hear about it in the comments. So we'll be back in another month, more than likely. At least for the August game, maybe a short episode, but we'll see. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Bye.
Bye bye.
I
Bye.